Yeah, and you can just edit it out.
All right, the order is highways, warming, solvency, and then immigration. Or warming, highways, solvency, immigration. Ready? We are with the warming advantage of probability based on doing 7% temperature check for 30% of all CO2 emission means that we only, if there's any chance that the plan decreases travel time, means you vote affirmative right then and there because we access and seasonal impact per table 7 evidence saying that global warming will don't exceed a scenario more than Allison that labor. We also weigh on probability on time because scrolling can evidence says the vehicle mile travel is going to increase to 7 trillion by 2025. They're not given they're not given a time frame on how any relation could solve warming means you vote after probability right there too. Yeah. Bring on highways. We access best internal link. After 7 evidence, the American highway system is the best internal link to competitive to any sort of jobs and growth. That the increase does not matter because it actually exacerbate the highway demand problem. Or actual evidence says that increase there's an increased highway demand as revenue declines. The voting that this does not solve any sort of highway chart and collapse. Latin work 12 evidence says that the highway chart is going to collapse by 2015. Maybe access the probably we access the shortest time frame in the entire round right here. Unless we do something, increase highway chart whatever, we're going to exacerbate the funding problem for highways. We're not going to have it. So any sort of job that the increase actually going to be even worse than the status quo. We're going to be increased demand. Just capacity actually gets worse. It means we access the best internal here, but after solve the economy and if there's any that we solve, I don't know if there's any that we solve the economy scenario, that means you vote after, you vote, any risk called warming means you vote after the economy because our tables have says it's going to cost 26% of GDP and there's massive probability on our highway advantage. There's multiple studies that all prove that that's from the Government Accountability Office the 12th, the American Association of State Highway Transportation Division 7, the Manhattan who are both former transportation, and the National Department of Infrastructure Finance Committee says both all agree that this plan, the vehicle mile travel tax, is the best way to solve for the highways advantage. Moving on to solvency. You still have this very high authority. The only argument makes that that electric vehicle, we're not going to disincentive people disincentive people for buying electric vehicles, but that is the funding problem. Extender GO12 evidence saying that says that as increased fuel efficiency, exactly the funding problem. Gas tax is not indexed for inflation, and that it trades off with more funding problems means that you vote after. This is the only way to solve for the funding problem. Voting negative on electric vehicles means that we don't actually increase their highways, and there will be more demand for the highways. They say we don't solve the economic collapse, but external left one with 12 evidence say economic collapse is 20 and 15. Unless we do something to increase revenue highway traffic, we're not going to be able to fund highways, we'll think economic collapse. We want immigration. They need to prove that Obama would push the plan. It's very clear that he won there at specific. I'll extend all of their link evidence follows after the plan. It's just that unpopular equivalent 12 evidence says that Obama in 2009 literally said, "I do not support this plan. This plan is an awful limit," even though he commissioned the study on it. He specifically said that extent. Yeah, they say hold up. Yeah, he will not spend the plan on loss. There's 2 minutes. The plan is obvious to loss because it's that unpopular. I mean, it's a freaking tax. Obama was going to see the plan and be like, "I do not support this plan." He did this with the debt ceiling debate. He didn't say a single word in the debt ceiling debate. The debt ceiling itself was raised about after the empirics right there. Moving on specific line by line. Hold up, where's that? I need that flow. He said that the critical immigration reform is crucial competitive, but that does not matter the road segment. There's more jobs and more people traveling the roads. It's actually increased the funding problem. I gave the analysis on the highways debate, and he said the U.S. Indian relations is the best internal link to solve warming. There's no warrant for this extended to tour means you vote after probability right there because I became playing with warrant analysis of how the transportation is the only way to solve for the economy in the United States, even if other countries moderately extended flame until 96 evidence and slow the rate of warming enough to solve for it. All we need to do is be able to buy time to adapt them in front of any analysis of how U.S. Indian relations is the only way to solve for global warming. And he also said the transportation sector in India is industrialized. I mean, they vote negative for that, but that's not actually not true. If they're industrialized, they're probably modernized the transportation sector. They're probably modernized transportation, meaning that they're increasing fuel efficiency standards and increasing, they're decreasing emission means there's a very low threshold probability for how they solve the warming debate. And they said they say terrorist impact outweighs, but there's no specific extension of how the Indian relations solve for terrorist advantage. They don't provide any analysis or evidence as to how terrorists are going to want to attack the United States. I'm pretty sure there's been no attacks in the United States since 9/11, and our foreign policy objectives in the Middle East are working substantially. I mean, we killed someone belong. There's a very substantial decreased chance of terrorism. Table 7 evidence also says that global warming increased the risk of terrorist attack. Means you vote after to solve for warming could see all the best internal link for that and the economy.
Press the red button.
Yeah.